Hello everyone, it's Daz, and it's hard to believe we're here. It's the end of March, we're gonna soon be into April, and spring is now in full swing, and let's look at some crazy stories for the month of March. Number 5, man arrested at airport for smuggling a drugged orangutan in luggage. One Russian man was arrested in Bali airport for attempting to smuggle a drugged baby orangutan in his luggage out of the air hub back to his home country. The tourist now faces up to $7,000 in fines and 5 years in prison. One Friday night, Andrew Zetskov was detained at Nagura Rai International Airport before boarding a flight back to Russia. The Independent reports officials found the 2-year-old orangutan fast asleep in a basket, evidently drugged with allergy pills after a routine security screening. Zetskov, 27, reportedly told officials that he had been given the protected primate by his friend, who had bought the creature for $3,000 at a Java Street market. He detailed that his friend, also from Russia, had convinced him he could take the orangutan home to keep as a pet, as per The Guardian. Authorities also discovered 2 geckos and 5 lizards in the man's luggage. Now, the would-be smuggler faces up to 5 years in prison and $7,000 in fines, according to the outlet. Zetskov seemed prepared, like he was transporting a baby. Bali conversation official I Couture Marbawa said of the scene, revealing that the Russian man had also packed baby formula and blankets. The baby orangutan is now being cared for by Bali National Resource Conservation Agency. As noted by the World Wildlife Foundation, orangutans are critically endangered species with a few more than 100,000 known to be remaining across the globe. So, animal smuggling still continues to be a problem. If you're interested in more stories like that, I covered a story last summer about a baby shark that had been smuggled, and just a interesting but sad fact, but wildlife trafficking is the 4th most lucrative form of trafficking in the world today. But moving on to number 4, a whirlwind in the sky, or whirlpool. UAE citizens were left baffled before a mysterious whirlpool hole suddenly appeared in the sky above the city of Al Ain this weekend. The large circular patch of clear sky emerged inside the otherwise heavy cloud near the border with Oman, as if somebody had punched a hole in the atmosphere. The large circular patch of clear sky emerged inside the other. Astronomer and meteorologist Ibrahim Al-Jarwan posted a short video clip of the hole on Twitter, adding that the rare and beautiful sight was referred to as a fall streak hole or a hole punch cloud. One user replied that it looked as if God had thrown a stone into a lake, while others pondered whether the strange phenomenon had been caused by an extraterrestrial UFO. But meteorologists quickly cleared up the mystery with a scientific explanation for the mystifying hole. They usually form in mid to high level clouds made up of supercooled water droplets, water below 0 degrees Celsius, but not yet frozen. Aircraft punching through the cloud layer can cause air to expand and cool as it passes over the wings or propeller. This change in temperature can be enough to encourage the supercooled droplets to freeze and form ice crystals, which are clear enough to fall from cloud layers in this distinctive pattern. This is the fall streak that occurs in the middle of the cloud, which is essentially snow. The freezing crystals disturb the cloud layer and cause more freezing around them. Sometimes the holes in fall streak formations can expand up to 30 miles across within an hour, or appearing as neighboring droplets start to freeze. Although scientists have a clear explanation for the origins of the photogenic phenomenon, fall streak holes are not widely known about because of their rarity. As a result, they are often blamed on UFOs. So I just thought it was a beautiful sight. Even if there is a scientific explanation, I still see it as evidence of God and what he does. But number 3 is a little bit more of a happy story, toward the end at least, but man survives being trapped in vehicle for 5 days by eating taco sauce. A man and his dog survived being trapped in their vehicle in deep snow for 5 days by eating packets of taco sauce. Jeremy Taylor, 36, and his dog Allie were stranded on a forest road near Sun River, Oregon, after Taylor's Toyota 4Runner became stuck in heavy snow. The pair had set off on Sunday to buy petrol and slept in his vehicle overnight, but awoke to find more snow had fallen. Mr. Taylor, who is an avid outdoorsman, told police officers he kept warm by periodically starting his engine and used a few taco sauce packets as food. He had attempted to walk out but returned to his car as the snow was too deep. A missing persons report had been put out for Mr. Taylor on Wednesday, which said he was not believed to have a mobile phone on him. Police said he and Allie were found on Friday by a snowmobile rider and were in good condition but hungry. In a post on his Facebook page, Mr. Taylor said, "Thank you everyone, I'm safe. My Allie dog is safe. I really appreciate all the help. Got lucky. Let's never do that again. I'll be in touch with everybody soon." Responding to one of the comments, he wrote, "Taco Bell fire sauce saves lives. Central Oregon has seen a number of snowstorms in recent weeks." So I just thought it was kind of a funny story. I know Taco Bell isn't the best for you, but if you're ever stranded in snow, well, at least you can eat the sauce from the taco. Number 2, a twin was born inside of another twin. Just when we thought we had heard every strange birth story out there, we found out about a baby born in Colombia that gives strange a whole new meaning. A mother gave birth to a little girl who had the fetus of her twin growing inside of her. Yep, the baby was more or less pregnant with her own twin. Mind blown. At 35 weeks pregnant, Monica Vega's obstetrician told her that her baby appeared to have a liver cyst, according to the Daily Mail. She was then referred to high-risk pregnancy specialist Miguel Para Saavedra, MD, who used advanced ultrasound technology to take a closer look. As you may have guessed, he quickly saw it wasn't a cyst. The fluid-filled space actually contained a tiny infant connected to an umbilical cord that attached to the larger twin's intestine. Doctors wanted to wait and see if it would be possible for Vega to carry her baby to term, which would be 5 or more weeks, to avoid risks that come with premature birth. But after 2 weeks, the underdeveloped twin, who had arms and legs but no heart or brain, had grown between 20% and 30%. If it continued to grow, it could have crushed the healthy baby's organs, doctors believe. On February 22nd, when Vega was 37 weeks pregnant, doctors delivered her baby, who she named Itzamara, by cesarean section. The next day, they removed the fetal twin by laparoscopic or minimally invasive surgery. The fetal twin, who had about 2 inches long, died when the umbilical cord was cut. This rare phenomenon is called a fetus-in-fetus birth, and it was first described in a British medical journal in 1808. One report estimated that it occurs in about 1 in every 500,000 births. Though it's extremely rare, there have been other cases in recent years. It typically happens when twin embryos don't fully divide and the larger one absorbs the smaller one. This case was even more unusual because doctors were able to identify the fetus in fetu before the baby was born. Typically, it is discovered after birth. Luckily, baby Itzamara is now perfectly healthy. In fact, Dr. Para Saavedra told the New York Times she has a little scar on her abdomen, but she is a normal baby now, except that the whole world is talking about her. So I'm happy for that baby that she survived. It's sad that her twin, however, didn't, but just the risk of that baby being born inside of her. When I first saw the headline, it made my heart race because I thought, how can a baby grow another baby inside of them? But it makes sense, but it's definitely a strange phenomenon, to say the least. And number 1, Lincoln the Goat elected mayor of small Vermont town. She beat out cats, dogs, and a gerbil named Crystal to become mayor of Fairhaven. A 3-year-old Nubian goat named Lincoln is poised to become the first honorary pet of the small Vermont town of Fairhaven. The nanny goat was chosen this week by townspeople for the 1-year post at the community's town meeting day. Lincoln takes office Tuesday. The ballot of 16 pets was open to all residents. Most of the other candidates were dogs and a cat. And cats, a gerbil named Crystal, also was a candidate. Lincoln, with 13 votes, beat out a dog named Sammy, then received 10 votes. The other candidates combined for 30 votes. During its time as mayor, Lincoln will be expected to attend local events such as marching in the Memorial Day parade wearing a costume-made sash. Fairhaven, a town of more than 2,500 along the border with New York just west of Rutland, does not have a human mayor. Town manager Joseph Gutner said he heard about a small town in northern Michigan trying something similar, and he thought it would be a good way to raise money for a local playground. It only raised about $100 though, a $5 entry fee, but it provided other benefits. It was a great way to introduce the elementary school kids to local government, he said. The balloting for pet mayor was held alongside the regular town meeting day vote, but any town resident could vote. So I just thought it was a cute story, a little bit funny, but I'd like to know what you guys think. Do you think more animals becoming mayors will be a norm, especially for smaller towns like that Vermont town, where there's not a whole lot of duties to, I guess, get done? But Let me know what you thought of this month's 5 top craziest stories, and I hope that you enjoyed them. If there's any that I did not cover that you think are more interesting or you want others to know, feel free to share them in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you guys in next Monday's live chat. Take care and God bless.